And we're live at the 6:05 with another Lunchbox podcast.
Or break time entertainment. Not
Beautiful.
not doing the da.
You got to do the da.
No. Spirit
Break
fingers.
time.
Spirit fingers. Yeah, I know we said we weren't gonna do one. Now we are.
We're
This is
liars.
super word impromptu. Is that what it is?
Yep.
But we have a guest. We've talked about it for a little while. I think Zach, it was probably actually over a month ago.
Yeah,
And
it was.
timing thing, but that's Zach in the flesh. We all kind of know each other through a previous life, but ultimately, as you can see by the title, talking about some sneakers, shoes.
Kicks.
If you were wondering what is behind him, that is not his science project. That are test animals for things. But yeah, obviously you're sporting preaches. I see there.
Yep.
Branded.
They're-
For some reason, I'll let you try to determine whether or not if you're still a Husker fan. I see that too. That's
Sad part is I was at the game yesterday.
oh, you were with
Yeah.
Hope. Like, did you?
No. No, I got tickets super cheap, and I was just like, "It's a fun little getaway. Let's
I
just
know,
go."
but like, did you have any hope at any point in time? Did you think we got a shot?
Not at all. Going into the game, I knew it was going to be at least a 30-point game.
Oh man, no, that's cool. But yeah, tell us. Kind of actually, we'll just dig into the whole who you are. Getting into shoes. I know when you and I met and we started talking, I had a little bit of a flashback, right? And I don't know
Right.
how much. I think we're probably the same age, but anyways, the flashback of when you have kids, you can't do what he does. You won't have those. They'll be replaced with toys, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Well, Ryan still got Legos, but no, tell us a little bit about yourself and you digging into the shoe world of what it is now.
Yeah, so I mean, we are roughly about the same age. Honestly, shoes have been a big part of my life ever since I think middle school or high school. I always wanted the latest and greatest Jordan. I know, like, you and I have a different sense of shoe style, where mine's more of the Jordans and like Yeezys and stuff like that, and you're more the basketball shoe guy, or like the comfy shoes, I should say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you definitely have the collectible side of it. I used to have a bunch of Yeezys. I got rid of all of them. Actually, I don't think I have any left.
Right.
I got lucky with the zebras and the off-whites and the butters when they re-released them.
Okay.
I got lucky with those. But either way, no, it's I don't want to say it's changed a lot, but there's more of a community. Is that there's more of a community for shoes, and because you and Josh went to whatever it was called up in cities. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we went up to, it's called SneakerCon. Basically, it's a big convention similar to like SuperCon that was in Sioux Falls this weekend, except for sneakers. And so you have a bunch of vendors there selling shoes like crazy. Pretty much any shoe that you want, you can find there. It's a great place to kind of haggle for deals, because right now shoe market is crazy with prices and things like that. And so if you're looking to get a deal, it's a nice place to go to kind of just get it for cheaper than what you normally would get it for at online. Or like, my favorite sneaker store in Sioux Falls is Preaches. They're great people, love them.
He's downtown, right?
Yeah, he's downtown.
We can plug
and then,
him.
like, yeah, plug him a lot. The other place in town is PB and Thrift. Vic is pretty cool as well. He's a younger guy, so he's kind of, I think he's like 22, and
Wow.
started up a shop, and good for him. But
Wow.
just like, it's, I can't even explain what SneakerCon was, just because it was so, there was so much there. Anything you wanted, you could find.
How many pairs of shoes do you think were? I mean, just ballpark. How many pairs of shoes do you think were inside that building, on like display and like people selling? And I mean, we've all seen the TikToks for the most part, like the tables of just like every dunk, every, you know.
Yep.
But how many shoes do you think were there? How
I
many
would say
booths? How many booths were there?
there's probably 40 or 50 booths. And I'd say easily 10,000 to 15,000 pairs of shoes there. Plus
Wow.
whatever people were bringing in to try to sell or trade. Because when
Oh,
you go as a non-vendor, you can still bring stuff in that you want to try to get rid of.
you.
Cool.
What was the best? Even though I know the answer to it, what was the best one you walked away with?
It's going to be the SB4s. Um, I missed out when they dropped, and I've been looking to try to get them for a reasonable price, and I was able to get them for a decent amount there. One that I was happy enough to kind of pull the trigger on.
Dude, I've known you for like 4 years, and I only found out about the shoe stuff probably like when, like 2 months ago.
Really?
Probably, yeah. Probably, yeah.
That just goes to show you're not the guy that hangs around service too much because we talked about it quite a bit.
Yep.
But he also wore the Grinches on, the floor there, so
Yeah,
doesn't get
I
that.
did.
If you're ever
I
curious,
did.
pair of Grinches, I think what 700-800 now for um size
La-
10s, 11s.
yeah, the last I looked, it was between 8 and 900.
Crazy, like
Yeah,
houses. Yeah,
yeah,
can you
it's
finance them?
crazy. I mean, luckily I didn't pay that much for them. After I bought them, they kind of skyrocketed in price.
Yeah.
But it's just with Kobe passing away, all his shoes are just going through the roof right now.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I have two pairs of shoes of Kobe's that I bought, one in 2009 and one in 2010 when they released. So I got them for retail, and now they go for upwards of $1,000.
Do you buy shoes to trade shoes, or do you buy shoes to have them and wear them?
I buy them to wear them. I only buy shoes that I like and will wear.
My man.
A lot of the other people in the sneaker community buy them to either sell them, flip them, trade them,
Dead
whatnot.
stock. Dead stock's the word
Like
we use.
yeah, yeah. Josh is. I wouldn't say he's big into that, but he'll do that with a lot of his shoes. Like he'll get them and then maybe wear them once, and he'll either trade them or sell them for something else.
I'll never
Man.
forget when he got a pair of what were the ones that he got and he thought they were fake?
The lost and founds.
Yeah, that's what it was.
We were in the shop. I brought my lost and founds in, and we were comparing them, trying to see what was different, if they were the same. And I mean, Vic from PB and Thrift, he said they were real, but comparing them to mine, there was just minor differences that I was like, I don't know if I'd trust this.
I remember holding them, and then when you guys started, like the one thing that I thought, and this is where Ryan goes completely lost, and like I have no idea what you're talking about, because he's never seen the inside of a shoe. But when we took the insert out and I saw the stitching on the bottom, that's when I was like, maybe.
Right, right.
But the outside, I remember we were talking about the logo being in a different spot, but either way, that's one thing. I mean, there's a lot of fakes out there.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, China.
China.
But I think that's one thing that's kind of interesting is that there's such a market for fakes. It's kind of like if we go back in time, right? When people used to
Mhm.
use what they called them Folkleys, right? Because we had fake
Yep.
Oakleys, and
Right.
you couldn't tell a difference other than the Oakley word on it was a little different. But um, the shoes are, I don't know what it is, but it's like people I wonder how much StockX and like Goat and all these apps get used to see what market value is. It's kind of like the Zillow of houses to
It
the shoes.
Yeah, it is. I mean, StockX is the big one, um, just because there's more users in StockX, and so when we were at SneakerCon, that's what everybody was using to price kind of what shoes were. Um, the bad thing about StockX though is like if you're buying shoes online, they've had a big controversy where they've let a lot of fakes pass through, and so their reputability is not the greatest right now.
What about eBay? Did you know much about?
eBay's starting to get into the shoe game, which is, I mean, kind of odd to me because I don't know they just started in the last few months where they're doing an authentication process similar to like what StockX and Goat does. But I don't know how much I trust them with that, just because I don't know the research behind what they do and how they do it.
Yeah, it's crazy how I don't want to say easy it is, but like when you watch like some of these videos online, they have like all the authentication things that they look for. Like, you know, they look for like even as far as like the paper inserts that are in there,
Right.
they can tell by the box, they can tell by the bottom of the sole, they can
Yep.
tell by, you know, the outside, they can look at the tongue. You know, I remember we talked about that with the
Yep.
was it the cements or the which one was it? Was it the threes that we looked at and we said the tongues were different? It was like a cheaper leather. It felt like, and like
Yeah.
the
It
tongue felt
was it
different on
was
the newer
the
ones.
white cements. Yeah.
And then they said the backs were different. So we can kind of compare and contrast here because I don't want to leave Ryan out. He looks like it's the lost kid on the playground that
I'm just
could,
gonna use my typical, and Amber just said this too. Perhaps. Yes, perhaps.
it's like the kid that can't reach the monkey bars because he was too short, so he had to sit
No, we're
back
good.
and wait. But kind of like jewelry though. I mean, Rogue Jeweler, buy quality, save money, go Rogue.
That was a good plug.
Yeah, I'm getting good at it. I'm still waiting for
Lots of
that check.
fakes out there.
That check for the sponsorship.
Wait for my ice cream.
Yeah, well, might not be much longer. Anyways,
That's the spirit.
the 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 jewelry world, right? You can tell a fake by looking into it, right?
Yep.
Like lab grown, right? Have you ever
Yep.
seen, because they use little whatever eyepieces, right?
Yep.
Zach, have you ever seen anybody use something so close to detail a shoe, like at those like sneaker things?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, back when financially shoes weren't in my budget, I've owned a couple pair of fakes. And they were
For shame.
so close to the originals, you couldn't even tell. Um, I had a fake pair of Galaxy foam posits, and I kind of doctored them.
They
Uh,
made fake foam posits?
Fake foam posits, yes.
Did it have
Um,
any midsole then?
it did not. It was the most uncomfortable piece or uncomfortable shoe that I've ever had. The insole was cut like a half inch too short to the shoe, and so you could just feel it rubbing on the bottom of your feet the whole time. I actually doctored those because you know how the carbon fiber on the fakes is completely different
Yeah.
than what the actual shoe is. I bought just carbon fiber stickers online, and I cut them to where those carbon fiber insoles or inserts are to make them look like they were the real deal. So I'm never gonna
Have
bash
fun
you
in
for
hell, you
wear.
liar.
Poser.
Right now I
Yeah.
don't have any fakes. I got rid of all those. But
Hashtag
uh,
blessed.
I'm never gonna diss anybody for wearing fake shoes, just because right now the sneaker market is just stupid crazy. And if you want to rock a pair of shoes and you don't have the money to spend 4 or 5, 600
I feel like
bucks
I
on
need to get
it,
a pair just to get a pair now, guys. Right? But I'm
yeah,
gonna
What?
wear them. But I'm gonna wear them.
yeah. I mean, if you don't wear your shoes, you do more damage to them. They fall apart. So I'm
Or
a
if you just
big.
never wear them at all and then sell them.
No, I'm a big person on wearing your shoes, not just letting them sit. So all my shoes back there have been worn at least once.
Nice.
Nice. What's your favorite? In your collection, what's your favorite?
Go get them and pull them up.
Oh
Well,
man,
no, don't
And
make him
hop on
do
one
that.
foot.
Maybe he's not wearing no pants. Maybe he's just
Are you in your
no,
underwear?
I have shorts on. I have
Oh
shorts
dang.
on.
We can cut the feed.
Gosh, you're putting me
Oh yeah, I'm
Fine,
putting
in
it.
top three. I
Well,
don't
I'm
care. Just grab a
curious.
pair.
I'm curious
Yeah,
if
we'll see
you're gonna
some.
grab your bright orange ones that you're not grabbing.
my bright orange ones.
No, those didn't you have a pair of bright orange Kobe 4s? Was it Kobe 4s?
No, no.
I love how it's like the bank where they have like the big wall of safes.
I have this problem every day when I try to wear shoes.
You just stare that you stand there and
I'll
look
just
at them.
put these two pairs out. Um, so I'm big into fishing. These
Those are
came out
cool.
right before SneakerCon. and I was able to pick these up at SneakerCon. And these are a super cheap shoe, so it's not anything like expensive or anything
What's
like that.
cheap?
But I paid $120 for them,
Cool.
I think
and that's
retail, aren't they
basically
like 115?
base. Yeah, so it's basically retail minus taxes. But it's based upon a rainbow trout, is what the shoe is. The Nike has kind of like a little fish hook right here.
Oh yeah,
Just a unique kind of weird shoe, but I love this one. It's probably one of my new favorite ones.
cool.
And then like just for how rare it is, this is my probably my other top favorite
You know
shoe.
what kind of shoe that is, Ryan?
No,
Any idea?
no,
I'll
Can, can you
show the
even tell
heel.
me if
Maybe
no,
this
it's
might give you some pointers, Trev or Ryan.
no. Still no. Yeah, no.
Have you heard of Travis Scott?
Yes.
Okay, so he does a bunch of collaborations with Jordan Brand.
limited
This is
supply, but yeah, a
his
bunch.
limited supply, but this is his Jordan 4 collaboration.
How much do you think that's worth?
What's a limited? What's a limited?
No, it's limited supply. It's not like a
Yeah,
car,
yeah.
Ryan. It's not
No,
like
no, I
it's
know.
a touring
Duh.
model of a fucking Jordan. It's
What's limited quantity? You stupid fuck. Yeah,
4,000, 3,000.
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
How much do you think those shoes are, Ryan? Just take a guess.
I don't know. 1,500.
You're pretty close.
Yeah,
I
you're
paid
probably.
13 for them.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably north of that yet, but um, and then it's funny to me. You wore those.
I've worn them 3 times.
My man.
He remembers too. That's the wild part. Like,
Yeah.
what shirt were you wearing the day you?
He
no, I'm
writes
just
it in
kidding.
his fucking diary. Thank you.
So I actually bought a shirt just to wear with these shoes.
My man.
Um, it's it's a white shirt. It has Ric Flair on the front of it with his little like robe that he wore. Um, it says Ric Flair drip go woo on it, and the shoes he's wearing are these ones.
Yeah, you have
Cool.
to then. That's like, yeah, you have
That's
to.
cool.
Yeah.
No, it's this could probably tie into Ryan too, but are you particular about how much cushion of a sock or what kind of sock you wear with specific shoes that you wear?
For the most part, no, but Jordan 4s are the only one I am. Just because most of them, this heel tab in the back is hard plastic.
Yep.
And I had a problem actually yesterday at the Husker game because I wore a pair of Jordan 4 red cements and I wore short socks with them by mistake. And walking, this heel tab was digging into
Oh,
the back of
jeez.
my heel, and I have 2 like blisters on the back of my heels now.
I was gonna say, did you look like you had to poop the whole time when you were walking because it started to hurt so much? Or
Nah, I manned up. How about you? Do you have a particular
oh yeah,
sock or
a pair of shoes, a
yeah?
particular pair of shoes. Honestly, it's probably my 2002.
No, we said socks. We're talking socks right now.
Oh, I thought he
You
said
were
shoes.
specific
You can go.
socks.
No, you can go off shoes too.
One of each. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Do both. Yeah.
Socks
Sock
in particular.
first.
I actually, so I've told a few people this, but yeah, I throw away all my socks.
Really?
Yeah, because they get gross. I got gross feet.
It must be nice.
I don't buy like every
Hashtag
now and then
blessed.
I get the fancy ones, but honestly, the ones when I wear pants, like long pants with sneakers, I actually wear stride line socks. It's a thicker cushion sock, and it's actually for me,
Now, hear dog dying over there?
dude, every day. Just a fucking hairball.
Oh my god, he's throwing up on the shoes.
Yeah, no, they're all in the garage. Anyways, but it's just the cushion of the sock's so good, and like the arch of my foot, you have to get a pair to understand. But when I wear pants, those are like the best sock that I've ever had for those. But some of those, like when I would wear like even my Jordan 11s, I'll wear a thinner sock with less cushion just because the shoe is so like the toe box on those, are just they're there.
Right,
Same with
right.
Kobe's. Some of the Kobe's, their toe box is so tight.
Yes.
So I'm that's where I get particular about stocks. But no, my
Yeah.
favorite pair all time is probably my Independence Day KGs from 2002. I wear them rarely, but that's probably my favorite pair. Otherwise, Um, I don't know. I like a lot of the Oreos, like when
Yeah.
the like all the Oreos that came out from the
Yep.
bronze to
Perhaps.
no, I don't know. I was like the ashes too, like anything that's got that black, gray, and white color. See, like some of the exotic ones, like some of the colorful ones, like you have. Um, I'm like, if I were to get back into it, I gotta be careful how loud I say this, but if I were to get back into it, red, like the red shoe game right now
Oh yeah.
is
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's right behind you.
unbelievable. Like if you can get an all red, like it's, I think that's where
I
more of the like neutral, like red's actually neutral now because there's such a demand for like red shoes.
see, and I kind of got away from that whole red thing because red's my favorite color, and so I had a bunch of red shoes. Um, and I feel I've gotten it's been harder to wear just because they stand out so much. Like the only pair of red shoes that I have that are all red are a pair of 11s. Um, and I
Those are the
just
90s ones, right?
yeah,
92s.
the win like 96s.
Yep.
Um, I have a hard time wearing them just because I feel like they stick out so much. Um,
Or is it just because the
it's
fact that you got the 11 high top, right?
yeah, yep,
So the cherries, like the 11 lows and the cherries, if I could find an original, like a non-faded pair of those, I would buy them.
okay,
Because I like the lows better. But like if you
yeah,
were to wear the 11 highs, like if you wear the wins, I think it's tough. Like high tops are tough if you're wearing shorts.
yeah. They they are
As you
they
just
are
did it, but
right. Yeah. Um, so I I know the answer to this already, but just viewers might not. Do you have specific shoes that you wear on specific holidays?
yes, I've got Easter shoes, I've got Christmas shoes, I've got Independence Day shoes that I still. I mean, you can Independence Day
America.
shoes, like when KD and all those guys did it. You could do that. But yeah, no, I mean, holiday shoes are. I think they're fun. The
They are.
KD, I
They're
think it was the
super fun.
KD 7 Easter shoe was fucking ugly. It was like
Yes,
lime green or like a paste green. It wasn't even lime green. It was like literally paste. It was disgusting. But it was an Easter shoe, and I had to have it. So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure you got holiday shoes too, don't you?
Yes, I do. I do.
I've
Like
seen your Christmas
Christmas, I'll
shoes.
wear my Grinches. I every 4th of July I have a Jordan 5 Independence Days that I wear. Um, I feel it's necessary to match your shoes to a holiday.
Wow.
Necessary. Hear that? It's like ugly sweaters. You don't wear
I
them
can
in.
barely match my socks. You guys are crazy.
You don't. No, it's a thing. I mean, it's truly one of those things that I think that when you get passionate about it or you get into it, and it's unfortunately either you're in or you're out. Like there's
Right.
no like I got a little bit. Like it's either you're spending thousands or you don't just go out and buy like a pair and just be like, oh, that's good. Yeah, but you get like any shoe. But I'm talking like if you got a pair of Jordan 4s, like if he's got like the green ones, the mints, you're not getting just those. You're getting all the
Well,
other
even just
ones.
looking at your stuff, like if I'm gonna wear them, I would always do like low tops. I don't think I could do high tops. I
High
just
tops are
don't.
fun sometimes. If you're wearing pants, I like highs.
See, I've been getting into kind of like the joggers, wearing those with the high tops. I feel they look best that way. My girlfriend has a hard time wearing high tops because she says they make her legs look so short,
I can see that.
and I
Yep.
get that and I understand it. But I come from the era where Jordan was king and all his shoes are so popular, and I have a hard time. The only lows that I really wear of Jordans are the ones, just because they're so comfortable.
You think the ones are comfortable?
The Jordan 1 lows, yes, they're super comfortable. Jordan 1s, not so much. And I don't know the science behind that or what they
I was
do
gonna say I don't know the
differently
difference
with
between
the
the
shoe,
midsole between the two. Is there
but there's a difference.
okay? I'll take your word. I honestly don't know
Wow.
that. Like I said, he's deeper into the Jordans. All I had was like nines because I wore nines in high school. The nines
All
came
right.
out when I was in high school.
Let's assume everybody's dumb. Okay. Where does one go? I want to buy a pair right now. What do I do?
Preaches
Yep.
right
Got
here.
it.
Support,
um,
support Support local.
Otherwise, if you're not like looking for, I will say if you go to a brick and mortar store, you're gonna be paying premium for them. If you're looking online to kind of save a few bucks, um, Goat, StockX, those are two of the
But then
major
you're
ones.
still buying like used. You're not buying new, right? Are
No,
you still buying
StockX
new?
is new.
No, they're brand new.
Really? Okay.
StockX
Yes,
is
they're all brand
verified
new.
new, not worn.
But even like your small brick and mortar will be new.
Yes.
They'll tell you.
So like PB and Thrift, Vic, he has actually new and used shoes that he sells, but the used ones are going to be heavily discounted. I have a hard time buying them just because typically if you're getting rid of your shoes, you've worn them a good amount and
Like,
got your foot sweat in them, and that's kind of
so I can't just go to like Nike.com.
Good
nah.
luck. Not to get
No,
something
that
that's like
right? No, but for real, like I'm just saying, like
So I mean, you can, but you have to be on top of it. So Nike has an app called Sneakers. Um, every once in a while, they'll have releases. Like coming up here in the next couple weeks, there's going to be Jordan 6 Aqua. Um, it's all black shoe, purple and blue. Um, it's going to be very popular. Their releases are at 9 a.m. on that day, and there's a bidding process where you have to be entered into the draw, and you might not get it. Like you may get it, you might not
no,
get
you more than likely won't get it.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I did get Taylor Swift tickets, so I can make it happen.
we would screenshot each other. Did you get them? And we're all like,
Right.
fuck no, like we didn't get them. And then
Yep.
oh, it was such a process. And even when was it Sments that came out, and then they did like a surprise release of them in that mix. But yeah, no, it's tough. I mean, it's super tough to get some of the like the most sought out ones. A pair that if you wanted to, I bet Ryan, you could still go to Shields. I don't know why. I truthfully don't. And Zach, maybe you can give an answer to this, but the Jordan 12s in the black and purple have been on shelves for a while.
They have
And I mean, everybody remembers the 12s with the black and the red and you know those, but Ryan has no idea what they look like. For all he knows, he probably thinks they look like a pair of Crocs, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I don't know, what was it about those that was just not like popular? It kind of blew my mind that they were selling for below retail.
Right. So I mean, what I think really is happening is the sneaker market is now a lot of younger kids. And so, but like even my playoff 13 that I bought, I waited a week and a half for me to get them. Um, I don't think they like the higher number shoes for whatever reason that may be. But I think that's what it is, kind of why they're sitting. I don't have an answer for it.
What number
Really.
are we on now? Right? Because you guys keep
They
saying
just
like
came out
ones and
with
fours,
32s.
sixes.
Was it
37s.
was it 37s? They just
37.
came out with them, and they're ugly.
Yes.
They are
They're
ugly.
after like 21, 22, they're not.
And you can
They're
still get
not.
the other like those numbers new. Like you can still get those new.
We wanted
Yeah,
to.
they re-release them all the time.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like December of this year, Jordan is releasing, and it's going to be a popular shoe that's going to sell out right away. It's a Jordan 11 Concord, which is a black and white Jordan that's hasn't been
Allegedly, like
released since
the most
2011, I think.
Yeah, it was like the most sought after Jordan they
Cool.
believe ever, but the Concord's the OG. Like that's or not the OG, it's the one that everybody wanted when we started to get like money. Like when we would get paid,
Yes.
that was like if you bought a pair of fakes, you bought a pair of fake Concords.
Yes. Yes.
I had a pair in college.
Nice.
They were uncomfortable. I felt like I could feel the rocks on the ground when I walked. They were that bad. But I only paid like $60 for them.
It's not bad.
Well, back then. Anyways.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
And I think I bought them on eBay. Anyways, yeah, no, Crocs. What's your opinion on Crocs?
I hate Crocs. Crocs are so ugly. I can't wear them. How about you?
What do you mean? How about me? I wear them all the time. These guys make
Do
fun of
you?
me.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah,
Yep.
no, they're
Here,
they're.
1 second.
How,
My
how
kids do.
about
My kids do. They have some Pokemon ones and stuff, but
I've even got like a pair of NBA Crocs. So they got
no.
NBA
nice.
logos on them.
So what do you think about like the Cars Crocs or like I don't know if you've seen them, but the Shrek Crocs that are supposed to come out here in
Like,
whenever.
well, see, like this is where we get different because Ryan's gonna tell you that because his kids wear Crocs, but that's what kids are supposed to do. They're supposed to wear Crocs.
I know. That's
But there's other shoes out there. Like my kids wear natives, which are like a silicone shoe too, but easy for them to slide on. But um, I don't know. I wear Croc non-slips for like work.
I understand like the work aspect of it for those because they're a great non-slip shoe, and I mean even when I was working in at like Bosses, there was people that would wear similar to Crocs as a non-slip shoe, which I get for a work purpose, but not everyday I'm gonna wear this out purpose. To me, it looks lazy. If I can
Well, we'll just
put
end the
it
show on an
politely.
insult. So I'll just go fucking drive
your
my car.
face is fat. Yeah.
To me, it's like a house shoe. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go out in my
Slipper.
slippers. Like, if you see the girls go out in slippers and stuff like that, I'm just like, that's lazy. Didn't even try.
Boom.
This is my slipper, the Burrows. The Burrows are like, this is the ultimate slipper. If you want to get a pair of slippers, the Burrows, in my opinion, are
What's with
comfy
the
and
zipper?
got pocket.
Oh my god, it's so stupid.
Dude, the
I got my
Nike
gun
Burrow.
in there. And I
I
got
guarantee,
my
I
ID.
guarantee Michael Zeideman's got a pair of these. He's probably got two
Who
pairs
throws
of
a
these.
shoe? Honestly, yeah, anything Nike he has. He has Nike thongs, I'm sure.
So, kind of going off the rubber silicone shoe. Um, Ryan might not know what these are, but the
I won't.
easy foam runners. What are
Yeah,
your thoughts on those?
stupid. So
Are those the
dumb.
one that are just like straight foam that look like they're fucking hollow? Like you can see
It
through
looks
them?
like somebody
Yes.
took a marshmallow
Yeah.
and fucking
I've seen
formed
one
it into
live in the
something.
real world. I don't know if they were real or fake, but I 100% was like, oh my god,
Oh,
those are the
somebody
dumbest
took a
things. It was on a
marshmallow,
cruise.
heated it up, stretched it out, and then they let it. It's like somebody tried to take a foam posit and take everything out of the shoe except for the foam posit part, and then
How
make
can
it
we
the same.
make the
Right.
cheapest shoe that people will buy a ton?
Not only it being the cheapest shoe, but some of them go for like $400 or $500.
Yeah,
Nuts.
sick.
It's dumb.
What's like a very expensive shoe? You guys keep saying like you said $800 for
Oh,
one,
Air Mags.
like 1500. Like
Pair-
what's like a like if you were a shoe collector, like I want this one.
An Air Mag.
So Air Mag, yes. Air Mags go for expensive money. So Travis Scott has a friends and family version of this where all the blue parts are purple. The sock liner is black. That goes for like $30,000.
Fuck off, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Air Mags are probably what,
Jesus
20?
Christ.
I don't even know what they are now.
Air Mags are about 20.
20 grand for shoes?
They lace
Yes.
themselves, dude.
They lace themselves. They have lights
Oh,
on
like
them.
Back to the Future?
Yeah.
That's literally
Yeah.
what they are.
Literally what they are.
Wow. I want those.
Good luck.
No, I
There's
know.
a pair of unreleased dunks. They're called Freddy Kruegers
Yeah, those are.
that go for like 50 to 70,000 depending.
What
on
about like are certain sizes like more expensive because they're harder to get?
Yes, the most popular sizes. So I fall in that category where everybody has my shoe size. So I'm always paying
What shoe size?
10.
Yeah, I'm 9.5. All right.
Yeah. So I'm paying extra because it's common and everybody is buying that size.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's time.
yeah, no, we try to keep it a half hour, just a little
Half
over,
hour.
but it's all good. I
At
appreciate
least
you
it
being
gives us
here.
room for more. Yeah.
I appreciate you being
Episode
here.
blah 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 point two.
We'll have to get Josh on here.
We will. Yes.
Yeah, because then Josh and I can talk about Legos, and you guys can sit there and be like fucking idiots.
He won't talk about Legos.
Yes, he
He'll
does.
talk
He
about-
loves Legos.
That's fine, but he won't talk
But
about
he
them.
loves shoes too.
He loves shoes more than he loves Legos.
He has
I can
more
promise.
shoes than I do.
Wow.
He's got a lot.
Super cool.
But last question. Coming up,
Here.
holiday season, a lot of releases. What are you most looking forward to? What's the one that you're like, if I had any shot at getting it, that's the one I want for the releases coming up? Because there's a lot.
There's a lot. December is going to be a hard
Expensive
month on
month.
the
It's gonna be an
account.
expensive month.
But sometimes such a huge Kobe fan, it's got to be the reverse Grinches. Got to be those. What
Dude,
about
I'm
you?
gonna try so hard, honestly. I mean, it's like when people went nuts over Taylor Swift tickets. I know everybody's gonna go for those.
Okay.
Right.
So for the dumb ones, so you get the sneakers app, then you
Yep.
go into the thing to hope to get.
Yeah.
Yep.
The
Like
draw.
you just sit in the queue.
Yep.
Well,
You do.
it's changed a lot, and recently, not so much recently, in the
Yeah.
last like year, you just click enter draw, and then you can close out. Before, you had to sit there and fucking wait,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
you would refresh. Didn't want your phone
Right.
to fucking shut off. Refresh. Didn't want your phone to die, and then it was like, fuck you, you didn't get them. And then every now and then
Yep.
you get a got
That's
them,
crazy.
but yeah, the suspense. But
Yes.
anyways, very cool. No, I'm in the same boat. I really want those. Those are cool. Ryan.
Yeah.
Apologize, you didn't really. have
No,
much.
I learned a lot. Honestly, it was really good for me just to kind of like soak it all in.
There's one thing you guys can talk about it. Tomorrow's Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
A pair of pink. Like I think we asked you actually. I think I called you or texted you, but a pair of pink lows for Amber. He really wants a pair. You got some
Yeah, I even
custom.
said,
Got some
or I would
custom
get pink
ones?
for Raina. I'd get her a pair. For me, like I said, if I get one, I want to do just something I would actually wear, like low top. I don't care if it's $100, $200. I'll just wear it, beat the shit out of it, and move on.
What you
But
can do, like if you're looking for pink lows, Nike ID, you can customize like a pair of Dunks or a pair of Air
oh
Force
yeah,
One, just to kind of make it fit your style.
the more you know.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
But anyways, very cool. Well, Zach, just so you know, we should have told you before we started this. We'll exit out, do our thing.
gonna
You don't
hang
have
out.
to hang up. We can stay here, and
Yeah, don't
Okay.
don't exit.
some people
Okay.
do.
We have a lot of
Happened
people that are
last
like, bye forever. It's like, bloop, bloop, and then they're gone. And
time.
they're like,
It's
oh,
gone,
okay,
and
I
they're like,
guess.
"Oh, I thought it was done."
Yeah,
But
we have to
anyways,
shit
yeah.
talk after.
Yeah.
I won't be here. I for surely won't be here Wednesday. I'm out of town. So
Yeah, we'll see. We'll probably do like a awesome one without you. We're gonna have like 50 people in here. It's gonna be like fucking chaotic.
yeah, everybody trying to talk over each other. Sounds like a lot
That's
of fun.
fine. Yeah.
Anyways, thanks again, Zach.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's awesome.
We'll have you back. It was good.
We will.
It'd be
Yeah,
different if
thanks
you
for
just
having
sat
me
there
on.
and if you were boring. We haven't had a boring guest, but if you just sat there like Ryan did this whole episode and didn't say much,
I got to show off a couple of my new Legos. That was cool. Whatever.
I
Fine.
missed that part. I was
Yeah.
I was looking at his shoes. But anyways,
I'm sure you were.
till next time, take us out.
All right. Yeah. Bye forever.